What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 5 of season 2 of Ranma Half. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch this episode because we're going to be talking full spoilers ahead, and we'll do a real quick recap. Basically, this episode is about a Miss Delivery competition.
Yeah, it's like an annual competition.
That Akane typically wins, and of course, Ranma gets thrown into the mix with Shampoo as well. They're all competing against each other, and Ranma agrees to basically challenge Shampoo that if she wins, he has to go on a date with her. So she's definitely, putting her all into it. Earlier in the episode, at the very beginning, Kuno has this idea that people are going to come over to his house and profess their love to him, and he's going to pick whoever shows up first to be the person he's going to go out with or whatever. Coincidentally, the delivery point for this competition is Kuno. So everyone's heading to him, and of course he interprets that how Kuno interprets everything. Everyone's in love with him, including Shampoo at one point. He's wondering if she's trying to go out on a date with him. Everybody shows up. Also, one of the rules, too, is you're not allowed to drop or ruin the food you're delivering.
Yeah, it has to be presentable and edible still.
Yeah, so while they're on the way, Shampoo's doing like a finger thing and destroying everybody's food, which it seems so unfair to just normal people that these like superpowered people are just destroying shit. But a bunch of shenanigans happen. Shampoo gets turned into a cat a couple times, which makes Ranma freak out. Ranma's in girl mode, but then turns into boy mode. They go to Kuno's house. He is just so happy that everyone's there while he's trying to figure out, who's in love with him. And then they end up in his dojo where they're squaring off. Kane loses her food and gets upset and starts shooting Shampoo with a hose, which obviously turns into a cat, sets off Ranma. It's all a bunch of crazy stuff, and Ranma ends up winning the whole competition by feeding Kuno pond water ramen.
His ramen with some extra flavor.
That he, with tears in his eyes, ate because the best spice is her love, according to him. And then, he wins. Was there anything else after that? I think that's it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Yeah. What do we think?
It was a fun episode. It was also a single story contained into one episode, which is a nice change of pace because
nice, yeah.
We had a pretty long one early on. So, I just think it's hilarious that at the beginning of the episode is Kuno having a dream about both of them trying to confess their love to him, and he makes up the rule that, they are telling him in the dream that he has to pick one. He wakes up, and that wasn't a dream; that was his reality, and so he's just going with it still.
Psychopath behavior. That he had a dream, and then he went to their house to set this up.
He agrees. He needs to pick one.
Yeah, and then he's like, "You guys come to my house," and then even though they have no interest in going there, he's still waiting for them.
Yeah,
which is terrifying. But then they coincidentally go there anyway. It's so ridiculous.
It was definitely the episode of like Kuno was in La La Land and no one was waking him up. So
yeah, and multiple times he's like getting kicked into the air and he's just flipping away, and then he's like back already, or like at the one point they're all in the air trying to feed him while he's just like sitting there like trying to process what's happening in his own world. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a very Ranma episode for sure. Especially at one point, like Kuno's kicked away, they fall in the dojo and he's there.
He's there, yeah. And he's in the shadows too. Like it's like a big reveal. So stupid.
Yeah. Other than that, it of course like starts off as we have this race and Ranma's easily goaded into things because all you have to do is basically go, it's a challenge now, and he goes, oh well, I'm gonna win, and that's just how you goat him into things. But then in typical Ranma fashion, there's no such thing as just like events in this town. Everything is a martial arts competition.
Yep.
And now
with an announcer screaming and a bunch of people just watching and commenting on things.
Yeah, and it's not weird to anybody. I mean, there's even multiple times in this episode where female Ranma is shirtless and nobody says anything. No one tries to cover him up.
Yeah,
no
really
one comments on it. That's just business as usual for this town at this point.
But they commented on Kuno eating the pond water ramen, which I thought was hilarious. He's eating that, and some guy's like, ew. And someone's like, he's eating that.
So Yeah. I enjoyed obviously the back and forth between the three, Akane, Ranma, and Shampoo. I also like how everything that Shampoo and her grandma does involves a level of trickery, and even at
They're always
one,
scheming.
yeah, and on the roof, she just starts like crying, and because of course that's the weakness of men. You can't let the women cry. So she's crying because she realized Ranma does not actually want to go on a date with her. And then as soon as he starts feeling sympathetic, she goes in for the strike and hits a water tower instead,
Yeah.
which just explodes. So, yeah. It's otherwise. I mean, it was a pretty simple episode, but it was like just chaos from point A to point B. It was 24 minutes of pure just chaos, and it didn't stop. So it was a lot of fun. It's pretty much the reason I watched the show outside of the moments where they kind of hint that they might actually like each other. But yeah, it was a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, humor-wise, this was peak Ranma. I like every episode that we've seen so far. I don't expect to see an episode I dislike, but I do like that it was like a tighter story arc, a little episode just to had a beginning and an end.
Just an event.
But the humor was like on point. This is like a really funny episode for me. I was constantly like finding everything hilarious in this episode, which is great to be able to say because most of the time I watch anything that's trying to be funny and I can appreciate the humor, but it's not like actually that funny to me. But like this episode was just so ridiculous. I was just constantly like, why is that? Why? Like it takes a specific mind to come up with these fucking scenarios, and they're hilarious. Even as soon as the competition's starting, of course, Granny shows up and Shampoo and her in an alleyway, like just scheming.
This
And
is
I'm
the
like,
opportunity, yeah.
it can't ever just be like a normal competition. It's always got to be elevated to like there's an overall objective they're trying to achieve here.
Honestly, the person who has the worst is Akane because she's just trying to live her life,
Oh yeah,
and everyone around her has an agenda.
yeah. And Ranma too, but Ranma like engages with it.
He's an idiot. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Whereas Akane's just like trying to like exist basically.
Yeah.
And everything's crazy around her. But yeah, really funny episode. A lot of shit packed into it. Like there's so much things happening in this. I love the part where Ranma's like helping Shampoo for a millisecond, and Akane's upset about that, which she should be, especially because she just lost.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to take in. But then she starts helping Kuno, which is just hilarious because she has like no allegiance to Kuno at all. But she starts like handing him a sword, and then like he's like swinging at Ranma, and then at one point she wants the hose, and she like demands it of Kuno, and he's just like, "Here you go,"
Yeah.
and she starts spraying at Shampoo, and it was just hilarious.
Yeah, well, and it's not like Ranma was like helping Shampoo to help Shampoo.
Yeah.
He's like, if you turn into a cat, I'm screwed.
But the interpretation from Akane
Right.
that he's helping her was just hilarious.
Yeah.
So she starts like working with Kuno, which is so stupid because Kuno just has no idea what's happening outside of what he's perceiving at the moment.
Right.
He just does not live in the same world as everybody else, which is
him and his
hilarious.
sister. So
Yeah, which we haven't seen in a long time.
True.
Does she come back?
I assume so, but she's not really like a main character the same way Kuno is. So
Yeah. Well, you've watched the original show.
It's
I
been a
haven't watched the
long
whole
time.
thing. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Ukyo to show up. So if I got her name right,
Yeah, I'm expecting her to show up.
she's in the
Some
intro.
point.
She'll
Yeah,
be here,
yeah.
So
Yeah. But yeah, overall, really fun episode. I really enjoyed it. And again, I really appreciate that it was just like one episode, one and done plot. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, great episode. Definitely looking forward to the next episode. Definitely my comfort show. It's always entertaining. So
for sure.
you got anything else you want to say?
No, that's about it.
All right, let's know in the comments what you guys think about this episode, favorite parts about it, maybe least favorite if you had any somehow. And yeah, where do you think things are going? Let you know. Don't spoil it for me and other people who haven't seen where this goes. Also, stay tuned. We'll, of course, be doing more reviews of Ranma Half Season 2. But also, we saw Chainsaw Man, the movie Reze Arc. So we'll be doing that right after this. So if you want to hear our non-spoiler review, we're going to go non-spoiler first. If you guys want a spoiler review, we can do that as well, because there's a lot to talk about from that movie. But I feel like because the movie's still fresh, it'd be better just to do one to let you know what we think without telling you everything about it. So stay tuned for that. And of course, we take recommendations on animes, movies, whatever. Can't guarantee we'll watch it, but we'll definitely take it into consideration. So let us know in the comments. And I've been Seth, this has been Chevy. Until the next review, we will talk to you guys later.